Hello you, welcome back. I stayed in Fanoog last night. Lovely thatched cottage there. That's beautiful, isn't it? So yeah, this is where I stayed last night and had a good night's sleep, ready to go this morning, ready to walk. Spent last night reading all the comments on my video. Thank you so much. That's the name of the town there. Fionnuig. So Fanoog. It's a wet morning, but the sun shining over my shoulder through the bushes is a nice touch. It does feel like a new day. Two greyhounds. Hello. Come on. I went into Listowel this morning. It wasn't planned, it was quite a detour in fact, but I wanted to sit down somewhere and have something to eat. And I'm so glad I went in there, because when I was in Super Value, one of the staff came skipping down the aisle, went past me, and as she did, she went, "Oh, hello Derek." And she slapped me on the arm, which I thought was quite hilarious. And then she said, "I watch your videos." And I said thank you, and I went on my way, and it was a lovely interaction. But just after that, I was about to pay for my shopping, my lunch at the checkout, and this same lady, her name is Kay, walked up to me and insisted she pay for my shopping, which was obviously the loveliest thing. But the thing that really got me was that she hugged me and she said something along the lines of, I hope you get your head good again soon." And that was really touching. My favourite teacher, John O'Donoghue, used to say all the time that the greatest gift you can ever give another person is the gift of encouragement. And I think unfortunately it's very rare these days for that to happen. So to receive this from someone I had never met before, it was immense. Hello. Bye. I've just reached the River Shannon, and close to where the Shannon meets the sea. I was here a few years ago, close to the town of Ballylongford, and it was only after I left that I realised there's so much history up around this part of Kerry, and there's one or two landmarks that I regretted I didn't get to see, and one of them is just up ahead of me. It's Carrigafoyle Castle. Beautiful sight on the water's edge. This, in fact, is a tower house. So a tower house would have been built by very wealthy landowners back in the day. In this instance, it was the O'Connor family, the O'Connor clan, who built the castle back in the 15th century. You can make out just up here, this is the remains of a Franciscan abbey, which I believe dates back to around about the same time as the castle itself, so the 15th century. And just as we walk in here to the castle, it's very unusual looking. The castle, or the tower house, is built on the Shannon estuary. So even the walkway here is flooded. And I'm gonna have to, I'll see if I can step up onto the wall as a means of getting a bit closer to the structure. Outside here you have a stone bawn wall, and inside this would have been a boat dock. So on the other side we'll probably see a doorway and a couple of windows here. And again, the walkway is flooded. One single point of entry, and then you can see the inside. The rooms are no longer visible, at least here anyway, but you can see the general shape and the size of the castle there. It's all hollowed out at this point. This really is something. I have the castle, have the Franciscan Abbey, and then you have Carraig Island, where we will be sleeping tonight. Not Craggy Island, Carraig Island. And as with the castle, it's just this singular strip to get you on and off the island. Brendan Kennelly was one of the most famous poets to come out of Ireland. He passed away a couple of years ago. He was actually born not far from here in a small town called Ballylongford. And I'm told that there's a memorial of some kind for Brendan Kennelly here on Carraig Island, and that's where I'm walking right now. It says here, names of martyrs never die. O'Scanlan, Hanrahan, O'Shea, every meadow in the island gives a good crop of hay. And then over here, B. Kennelly, Island Man. Begin again to the summoning birds, to the sight of the light at the window. Begin to the roar of morning traffic all along Pembroke Road. Every beginning is a promise, born in light and dying in dark. Determination and exaltation of springtime, flowering the way to work. Begin to the pageant of queuing girls, the arrogant loneliness of swans in the canal, bridges linking the past and future, old friends passing though with us still. Begin to the loneliness that cannot end, since it perhaps is what makes us begin. Begin to wonder at unknown faces, at crying birds in the sudden rain, at branches stark in the willing sunlight, at seagulls foraging for bread, at couples sharing a sunny secret alone together while making good. Though we live in a world that dreams of ending, that always seems about to give in, something that will not acknowledge conclusion insists that we forever begin. It's not the most straightforward poem, but just to point out a couple of things in it. The first and last word of the poem is begin, which brings it full circle. And then the idea of the poem is that even if we end up where we first began, it's still time for us to begin again. And the repetition of the word throughout the poem, I think it's something like 10 times. That's pointing to the fact that we must never give up. We must try and try again to begin.